Can I borrow your lighter?
Yeah, hope so.
Thank you.
Can nick those with a scab. So you've been playing with a full band this week?
Yeah.
What support?
Yeah, there's 4 people, including me.
And who's going to be supporter?
Oh, an opening band, you mean?
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're called Clear Lake.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent band. Do you know?
A little bit. I've played with him a couple times.
Oh, that's right, because they supported you at University of London, didn't they? When you did the acoustic show.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality acts, Brighton band, I think. It's probably going to be the shittest interview you've ever done. I'm really sorry. Apologies in advance. It's a confident start. Alright then. Anyway, to start off, I guess you're here for Glastonbury mainly. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, no, really, I'm here for a European tour.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Glastonbury's one of the places to play.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've heard it's really great. I've never been there.
Yeah, as long as the weather's nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out Bowie or anything like that.
I think we have to leave right after, like immediately after I'm done playing to get to Germany.
You're going to another festival?
Yeah.
I see. So the single is coming out, I guess, 19th, is it next week? Or was it yesterday?
I have no idea.
Okay. It's weird because you don't release the album and then the single. And it's usually like the other way around.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that?
Oh, I didn't choose to do that. If it was up to me, I
So
wouldn't
you're
even bother to release a single at all.
Yeah.
No, it's the label's decision. I don't know. I didn't ask, you know. I'm really not very into singles. What's the point, you know?
This press, I just can't get my head around the press. To be honest, this is like the first proper face-to-face. I usually do phone interviews, which is easier because they can just hang up if they're pissed off. But, this is like, I don't know. Do you hate press?
I don't hate it.
Or is it something you learn to live with now?
Yeah, well, the last few interviews that I've done were actually fine. I've gotten used to certain things, and I don't get mad about certain irritate me. I just if it hits on one of those things, then I just
like a contentious issue sort of thing.
No, just kind of things that have been really thoroughly covered already.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It kind of reminds me of when you were playing at Ulu, because you were saying that you were asking the audience what they wanted to hear, and I think it was probably a week and a half before the album came out over here, and they were all saying old songs, which is kind of understandable.
Right.
So do you kind of not enjoy playing old songs so much, or is it just that you want to get the new ones out?
I like playing old songs. I like playing brand new songs the best, maybe, but sometimes if it's an old song that I don't play very much, then it can seem kind of new again to me, you know.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that show?
Yeah, I did. I like playing in London.
There's too many people talking
in
the audience. It's a shame.
Was that an acoustic show?
Yeah, it's just you and a guitar for about an hour and a half or something. It's really long. I don't know how you managed it, stamina. So Son of Sam, is that about someone who realises that their partner doesn't know them at all?
Could be. That one is particularly impressionistic, and I don't have any particular interpretation of it.
Do you write like as yourself?
Not usually. Not entirely. You know, there's usually a couple songs on the last 2 records that are real straightforward, but most of them are more like just kind of. They're not unreal, but they're not a diary, you know. Sort of. I've compared it to writing down a dream that you had over and over. That's still the closest thing I can get or think of to, you know.
Do you ever try and like reflect that in the production and stuff?
In the production of it?
Yeah, because I know you seem to have struck a winning formula with your production. Because on XO, it was from the very first, from the first track, you think, oh, this is going to be like either or a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just pops in, and it's strings and it's lush.
Yeah.
So It's kind of dreamlike, I guess, the way you do that. Is that a conscious effort?
Yeah, I don't know if that. Yeah, I guess I. Yeah, to the extent that I have any conscious desire for the production, yeah, the more kind of.
Do you play a big part in the production? Do you like to let other people?
I play a part in it. There's the last 2 records have been 2 producers and me, and we're all pretty much equally involved. Although they do way more of the technical stuff, or choosing compressors and microphones, but in the way it's mixed, I'm involved. But
what about artwork and things like that?
That's pretty much all my decision. Yeah.
You should have had the cover to the promo one with the face on it, the orange sleeve.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing. I wish that had been the cover to.
Well, that was going to be the cover, but at the last minute I didn't want it to be the cover anymore.
Yeah, it was Mike Mills, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the same guy that does Air and?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really pretty, but it was just, I don't know. My friend Autumn did the cover in the end.
Autumn?
So, yeah. Autumn to Wild, yeah.
So does everyone want to talk about the Beatles when you come to England?
Oh, people want to talk about the Beatles anywhere, yes. But
I don't.
Yeah, well, I really like them. I also liked a lot of other things when I was a kid. But you know, if you say one thing in an interview, then it seems as if that's the only thing that you ever listen to.
So what about LA?
I've been living there for almost a year. It's all right. I don't live in Hollywood, so it's not that kind of LA that people think of who've never lived there. But
I don't know anything. Is it anything like London? Because London's my only reference point, really.
Right.
I don't know what.
It's very unlike London.
Is it?
London is more of a central city, you know.
Yeah, well, there's not many other sort of places in the country, really.
LA
that have that much focus on them.
LA, you can live in LA and still not be able to even see the downtown area, you know.
Is it green?
Yeah, it's pretty green, I guess. It's yeah, it's just a lot of neighborhoods are mainly 2 or 3 story buildings, you know, that kind of stretch out sideways.
I seem to notice a lot of traffic being mentioned on the new album. Is that?
Right.
Did you move house or something?
I moved to LA from New York. I don't have that much stuff, so I didn't have. It was easy. The traffic's a good metaphor for lots of things, you know.
It's noisy.
Mm-hmm. It's noisy and it moves, so it applies to all kinds of situations.
Yeah. So are you famous?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, you're famous to me, but I don't know what fame is. I don't know. I don't expect you to answer that.
I don't know either. I guess it's
Does it ever go your head?
Comparative. No. I mean, compared to some of my friends who play in bands that don't have a record deal, I might seem famous in comparison to them, but in comparison to, you know, I don't know who. To many people, I'm not famous at all. Right?
Do you find yourself like fascinated by older styles of music? Because there was obviously waltz, that's a big thing, and then I kind of is it ragtime they call it with the pianos and that, you know, like honky tonk.
I don't know what that's called. It's just
does it get to a point when you're writing a song on a guitar and you think, oh, I need to get another component here?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's nice to go back to the older styles.
I'm interested in every style, except whatever is really popular at the moment, you know, because that's being fully covered right now.
What do you mean?
Whatever it is. Whatever is selling millions of copies automatically attracts lots more people to do that thing, so you've got a bunch of people doing the same thing. And it's not that yeah, I'm not saying that's bad, but I don't feel the need to dive into that.
Do you,
teeming ocean, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even read my own writing. So when you're writing a song, is it words then music, or music then words, or does it alternate?
It's different every time.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself to have contemporaries?
Yeah, Sam Coombs from Quasi.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But do you think that you get put in with a bunch of people, and they're not the people that you would particularly like to be put in?
Yeah, sometimes I get put in with people who are, well, anyone who's not in a band, for one thing. Anyone who's a singer-songwriter. Which is kind of funny because in the past couple of years, my records probably sound more like a band than like a singer-songwriter. But since it has my name on the front and not the name of a band, I get put in with.
So you don't really
I get a lot of people saying that I'm, influenced by Simon and Garfunkel and stuff like that, which is far from true.
So are you a solo?
Yeah, a band, but it doesn't mean that I'm trying to fly the flag for some long history of traditional singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
I'm coming from growing up listening to the Beatles and Stevie Wonder. I mean, he did it all on his own for a while.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like one person. And you wouldn't know. He was a great drummer, for example. That was really inspiring to me when I was a kid. I wanted to be in a band. My band broke up, so now I emulate one.
What did you play out and stuff in your band?
Yeah,
because you've been pretty young then. Was that early teens or?
I was in a band when I was in my early 20s.
Right.
And
local stuff.
We made 3 records. We went on tour and stuff.
Yeah. Was it more fun then, or less fun?
It was less fun because we didn't really want to play the same kind of music.
As everyone else, or?
As each other.
As each other.
Yeah.
What did they do? What happened to them?
Well, they're all doing different things now. One of them produces records, and one of them started a new band that's better than our old band.
What would you rather be doing right now?
Than this?
Sleeping, yeah.
I'd rather be going to see the new tape.
I went on Friday. It's amazing.
Is it good?
Yeah, did you go to the old new tape?
Yeah, I've been there. That's what some of the other people in my band are doing right now.
It's huge though. You need about 3 days to do it. It's just like 7 floors. It's enormous. It's a bit overpowering actually. So are you multi-instrumental?
What?
Do you play all different instruments?
Yeah, I play almost everything on my records.
Stevie Wonder comes back.
Well, I can't play like Stevie Wonder, but I can play well enough to do my own songs justice.
Do you have to have a lot of trust for the people that you get to do on the records?
Well, yeah, there's only a few people that have played.
I guess if they're friends, you have that anyway. So.
Yeah, if I didn't like how it sounded, I would just, do it over myself.
Is there any sort of music you hate?
No, I still haven't found anything to like about jazz fusion yet. Other than that, though, there isn't. I think all styles of music are really good. Of course, there's bound to be a lot of kind of thin stuff in any style.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's cool examples of every kind.
Do you read much?
Yeah, I read a lot.
What sort of stuff?
Lately, I've been reading like kind of contemporary fiction. Been reading some stuff by a Portuguese author called José Saramago. And I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name.
Don't know for me. Sort of stuff. Is it translated?
Yeah. It's just sort of novels, fiction. Read some things on Hinduism and Buddhism. Now I'm reading a history of medieval Europe.
Is it because you're going mad? Because I always read Buddhism and stuff and I'm thinking it's all getting a bit much.
Yeah, I was reading the Tibetan Book of the Dead and and I had to put it down for a little while because it was kind of dissolving my sense of self, which wouldn't be bad, but since I was on tour, I needed to keep some identity.
I kind of, yeah. So it seems that you're touring all the time, basically.
Yeah, I've had a couple months off in the last 2 years.
Really? Because you're here for the Scott Walker thing, I guess, tomorrow as well.
Mm-hmm.
What does he mean to you?
I'd rather not talk about that.
Okay.
People keep asking me about it, and
Yeah,
I really
okay.
haven't heard him very much, and I don't, I'm flattered that he's letting me play this thing, so I don't want to.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard he's great. That's,
Is everyone asking you the same questions?
Well, it's not your fault. That's just what happens. Yeah, by and large, everyone
do you ever
asks
go
the same
and think,
questions.
I want to talk about this, and then I hope they ask me about this, and then no one ever does?
No, because in general, I would prefer not to talk about any of it, really,
So do people make mistakes then? What's like the big mistake that everyone makes about you?
Well, I think well, this used to happen more in the past, but it still lingers on now. I think people who don't bother to even listen to the record that they're coming to interview me about. Maybe they work for a mainstream publication and they just get assigned some shit and they read the bio or if that. So they come and ask me like, why are you so sad? As if a record is like a journal, as if there's no fictional quality to it at all. They wouldn't go see a movie and then ask the director why, but yeah, that and that I'm a folk singer, so it's just kind of
You deny those charges?
ridiculous crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think your records are funny.
Good.
I think there's a sense of humour about them which is
Me too.
really unrivaled. Well, it is rivaled by other older bands, but currently, because it's what Morrissey always used to say about the Smiths, that why is no one finding my records funny?
I thought there was a lot of humor in his record.
So did I, yeah, definitely.
It's not that there wasn't any real
feeling
in it.
No.
It just coexisted, It could be very, it could be moving and kind of comical at the same time, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time, in high school, there were people who were like, oh, Morrissey's so depressing. It's just like, yeah, you don't fucking get it, do you?
Yeah. Well, it's because he doesn't particularly sing in a traditional singing way, I suppose.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, totally. Is there a hardcore album in you?
Maybe.
Will it ever see the light of day?
Possibly.
Because I sometimes think, when I listen to your records, that any minute now is going to be the most full-on, heaviest shit I've ever heard.
I've thought about
sometimes
that
it teases you, like the end of Son of Sam. It's crazy. And you think, yeah, this time it's going to change, and it's not going to be like when I listened to it last time. It's going to go. It's going to be axe frenzy.
It might get like that sometime. Around when Either Or was, when I was recording that, at one point I wanted to make it like one side of acoustic songs and one side of just kind of full-on kind of metal-y versions of things.
Yeah.
But I didn't wind up doing that. My old band was kind of, I don't know what you call it, post-punk or something.
Well, let's not label.
Yeah,
I hate that.
But it was high volume, I like playing like that.
I'm really excited about tomorrow night because I've only seen you acoustic, and it's.
Yeah, there's a whole band with me now, and
Yeah.
things can get kind of big and small.
Is it different when you come off stage playing with the bands to when you come off stage just you on your own?
What do you mean?
Well, do you have different emotions after a gig with the band than like, yeah, we rocked it? Or is it like you come off stage and it's like...
Oh, I have people to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else in the band will be like, that was really fun. Or, man, I couldn't hear myself at all,
Do you set lists?
Yeah, change them up all the time. And occasionally don't really follow them, but yeah, in general we do.
It didn't seem like you did when you did the acoustic thing last month?
I always write one, but then I usually abandon it after about 4 or 5 songs. But when I'm playing with a band, we pretty much follow it, because it would take too long to go around to everyone and tell them what the next song is going to be, and the audience would kind of be like, what's going on, you know?
Did you enjoy that live online thing with the people at the end?
Yeah, I did. That was cool. That was nice. That was kind of the opposite of the interview by the person who was assigned it, who had never heard of it before and didn't listen to it. You know, it's people who, I'm assuming, if they bothered to write in questions, that they actually were interested in some sort of answer to them.
Yeah, everyone wants to ask you about Radiohead and Bell and Sebastian, don't you? Loads of people asking.
Yeah.
Not going there.
I like Radiohead.
Everyone likes Radiohead.
I like Bell and Sebastian fine. Yeah.
They don't have a problem with the folk tag, really.
I think they get a lot of. They probably get a lot of. They get boxed in, probably in an unfortunate way. But if it doesn't bother them, that's great. They can just keep doing what they're doing.
What makes you laugh? This crazy art situation here, perhaps?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know, not any one particular thing. It's a little early in the day for me to be laughing a whole lot.
Oh, I'm not trying to make you laugh. I'm just because I like laughing. That's all. Are you a collector of vinyl and stuff? Or?
No, not really. I'm used to. I always lived with roommates until less than a year ago, and they always had a lot of records, you know. So I never really had to buy that many.
Yeah, you don't have to take any risks that way. It's good.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I used to just go buy records just because of the cover, or you know, and I came across some cool things that way. But
what sort of stuff?
Oh, I bought a Smith's record just because of the cover, and
they were beautiful records.
Yeah, and I bought a Mudhoney record just because of the cover, and just different things, you know. But I haven't nowadays. I don't buy that many things. It's not that I'm not interested in music, but that I hear a lot of it on tour anyway, because someone's always putting something on. Even if I wanted to put something on, usually someone else has already put something on.
You're not the boss then?
I don't want to be the boss. We're already playing all my songs. That's enough of the boss for me.
Are you a confident person, like about your voice and your guitar playing and that?
In some ways. I'm definitely not the shy person that some of the press makes me out to be. But I'm not like a megalomaniac who thinks I'm God's gift to singing or something. There's lots of people who can sing better than me, but I think I can sing and play well enough to do my own songs justice. I guess that's all I need to do.
When you get to this stage of being renowned for doing guitar playing and singing, do you find that you don't do it as much in your spare time?
I still do it a lot in my spare time.
Does it feel different though?
It feels like people are watching me more, and that's the only real downside to the whole thing.
Do you have a special guitar?
Well, yeah, but it's not on tour with me. It's a Yamaha. It's a pretty cheap guitar, an acoustic guitar. It's really boomy and loud. I don't use a pick when I'm playing acoustic usually, and well, I do when we're playing live with this band.
What was it that made you first pick up the guitar and start playing it? Or who was it?
My dad bought me one when I was like 12.
Were you pretending to be someone?
I was trying to learn how to play Angus Young, you know, AC/DC. It doesn't sound the same on a nylon string acoustic guitar.
No. I can smell that hardcore album already. It's going to be quality. Can't do that. Man. What about... See, there's this bone of contention in my flat. The Good Will Hunting is a shit film.
Yeah.
It's like 4 of us in the flat. 3 people think it's shit, and I think it's really good. And I was watching it, and it sort of made me cry a little bit. And then they were just laughing. Where do you stand on that?
I think that it depends on where you're coming from, you know. If you're gonna approach pretty big budget Hollywood movies and then compare them to, you know, art films, then they might not come out so favorably in your opinion. But I think that what he was trying to do was play a bigger game and not get stuck in a little corner making Gus Van Sant movies for the rest of his life. So I think it was a brave move, and I think it turned out pretty well.
Do you get like the script or rushes of the film or something when you're thinking about what to write for it? Although some of it was written.
That was a one-time kind of thing, you know. Yeah, I got the script and I saw early versions of it, and I only made up one song for it. The others were already out on Either Or and stuff. But and then the other movie that a song of mine was in, I did a cover of a Beatles song. They sent me an early cut of it, but that was just kind of like, they wanted somebody to cover that song. If I didn't do it, somebody else would have done it. I liked that song, and I needed to buy a car because I'd moved to LA, and it paid just enough to get a car, it took less than a day to do, and it was fun to try and figure out all the harmonies and all that. But I don't really do. Both of those are pretty isolated things. Mostly, all that stuff occupied maybe a week in the last couple of years.
Yeah. That's the films. What about videos?
There's a video for Son of Sam that Autumn, my friend Autumn, did. He did the album artwork. And,
Do you like being on your covers? On your album covers?
It doesn't really matter. I don't have an opinion about it really. I think the record company likes it if, you know, the band or the person is on the covers. They think that the more someone is recognizable, the more, you know. I'm not dying to see my picture, but I don't hate the way I look either. So, you know, I'm 30 years old. I can't really get all that bent out of shape about it anymore. I don't desire to look any different than I do anymore.
Do you read your own press? Or what people write about you?
Not anymore, no. I did up until about a year ago.
Was it what? 'Cause
it wasn't that it was... Most of it seemed pretty positive, you know, but it's like looking at yourself in a circus mirror. If you're just passing by, it's kind of amusing, but if you're standing in front of it day in and day out looking at it, you eventually start to believe that's what you really look like.
And then I guess does that affect what you do from then on as well?
Yeah, it affects everything, you know.
And just how you live your life.
Start feeling like you walk into a bar and you wonder if somebody, you know, you see somebody looking at you and you don't know if they're just looking at you for God knows why, or maybe they're looking at you thinking shy, introspective folk singer, you know, or maybe they're thinking like Beatles exponent, you know. what, who knows? So I'd rather not read other people's descriptions of myself and just stick with my own definition of my life, whatever that is.
Is it getting easier?
No, it's getting harder.
Oh, don't say that. It's heartbreaking.
No, it's not a big deal. It's not like a big crushing weight. It's just a sort of something to watch out for more and more. And it might disappear, you know? Maybe next year or a year after that or 5 years from now. There won't be any attention and it won't matter, and you know, so problem solved.
Because I saw a little video snippet of you on something. I can't think what it was, but I think it was the only thing you said was, "I know one day my own press will crush me," or something like that. My own fame. I remember which one.
Yeah, I think I said the music business will crush me. Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. I kind of wish I hadn't said that because it sounds kind of dramatic. I believed that at the time, and
was it like
I still kind of believe it. Yeah, I could feel things kind of snowballing in a way that is, you know, on the one hand it's really lucky. On the other hand, it kind of I don't think that anybody could have very much attention paid to them by people they haven't met without it making them get a little bit kind of crazy, you know?
You must be learning to deal with it then.
Yeah. And it's not, again, you know, it's very positive and lucky on most counts.
Do you get praise from people that you wouldn't have expected to get praise from?
Sometimes.
Because I've spoken to some more sort of dancey artists, and they're always like, yeah, when I'm not listening to this banging house music or whatever it is I make, I'm always listening to, you know, the Elliott Smith and things like that.
Yeah, well, I think it's cool when people who are seen in magazines as belonging to some style kind of can show their appreciation for other styles, you know, because I don't know anyone who only listens to one kind of music.
That's true.
I like lots of different kinds of music, and so does Sam from Quasi, and you know, but I think if people read, you know, music magazines, they usually get the impression that everyone's kind of in their own corner, and that, you know, and they, as if all these different styles were kind of competitive or something. I don't see it that way. I think there's lots of people doing what they want to do, and there's good records of all kinds being made.
Are you employed? Is this a job?
Well, technically I'm...
I mean, did you have shit jobs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a series of jobs. I went to college, but when I got out, the only job I could get was in a bakery. I did political theory and philosophy, and then when I got out, I got a job in a bakery. And then eventually the bakery closed, and I started doing odd job construction work.
Physical stuff. So this, I guess, is not the same really, is it?
No. Oh.
This is just a million miles away.
Yeah, this is far from what I thought would be going on.
Yeah. Did you feel lucky?
Extremely, yeah.
You should go to the tape tomorrow.
What's that?
You should go to the tape tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm thinking...
I'm just... There's nothing on there that's of any use, honestly. It's open till 10. Which is nice.
I'd like to go there.
Do you like Rothko?
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, they have
actually.
A couple of Rothko rings. They're awesome.
Yeah, I know some people don't like... Some people are like, what?
I like the way
Just
they
a
just
big
hum.
feel of color.
They really
Feel of
hum.
color, but that's what's so cool about it. It's like
Yeah.
this kind of static thing. It's the same thing I like about Nico records, you know?
Yeah.
I think some people find it either too static or maybe depressing, but I don't. It doesn't make me feel like that. It's kind of like this vibrant, kind of elemental thing, you know? It's not a fancy thing.
They've got a piece there which is, because it's a really big building, it's like, 7 stories high, and one half is all the art, and the other half is just this massive, empty expanse, but they have this spiral staircase which goes up, and on the top there's this little chair, and you have to queue up to go up the spiral staircase, and you sit on the little chair at the top, and there's all these shaving mirrors, and you just look up, and everyone's looking at you, and you're sitting in this little chair, and I saw that and I thought, I bet that's how you feel sometimes, just sitting on this like a spiral staircase.
Yeah, well, I don't have it that bad, you know. I don't have it like Beck or somebody. I'm not famous like that. I just have a little bit of it, you know. But it is a little strange because I seem to get an unusual amount of attention given the fact that I haven't had like a hit single, and that I probably won't, you know.
Does that bother you?
No, but
You hate singles anyway, don't you?
well, I don't hate singles, but I don't. When I'm recording, I don't think about that side of things. I'm still really into the long form of albums, you know. Even though CDs make it so it's one continuous thing, but I like that. Yeah, sort of like then it's done, and then there's all this sort of question about, well, what could we release as a single?
Because it takes it out of what it was there originally for.
Yeah.
It's like cutting something up. So is it a long term? Are you going to keep doing it?
Yeah, sure.
Many more
As long
albums?
as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope so.
Do you want to add anything in your defence?
No, nothing I can think of.
You got the big boys from NME next, haven't you?
Yeah, so I think it's a web, some sort of
Oh, is it?
internet.
How do they do that? What, you have to go into a little room with a computer?
I think it's a video interview.
Oh, for them to put on the website.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be fun. No.
Maybe.
No, he says with his eyes. Oh, dear. Do you like England anyway?
Yeah, but I wish pubs didn't close at 11.
That's the get. Oh, I hate that. Should have gone to the pub actually. It's nice over there. Do you like pubs?
Yeah.
What about clubs?
Well, I don't really have the clothes.
Come on, you should get up Hoxton. They'd love it. North London, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to go to clubs when I was like in my early 20s sometimes, but nowadays I pretty much just go to bars or to go see someone play. But
What stage are you playing on Friday? Is it the main stage or the second stage?
no, I think it's called the New Music Stage or something.
Oh, right. Oh, excellent.
Yeah. It's kind of strange to play on the New Music Stage because this is my 5th record.
Yeah, I guess, but the other bands that they have on there, well new, like they haven't even released a record, a lot of them. I guess they have to draw the crowds.
But yeah, I hope it'll be fun.
I never want to get on stage, but I would love to get on stage at Glastonbury and just to see all the people. It's like a sea of people. Do you get stage fright?
Nah, not really.
Not even when it's just you. When it's like,
No, that's no. I might a little bit like an hour before, but by the time I'm walking out, I'm fully armored.
Is there festivals? You done any festivals in America?
No, not well.
Because I only know that, like a lot of blues are one. I'm completely naive about what festivals they are.
There's not a lot of festivals in America. It's not like here. I think there's Lollapalooza, but oftentimes the bands that are on there are just too irritating. I wouldn't want to, you know.
Come on, what names?
I don't want to name names, but
okay.
it's just kind of like, you know. I don't know.
You've been on a coach all day, or do you fly?
No, I've been on a bus, coach. We drove from Manchester, got here a couple hours ago.
Is it a whole week of press?
The next 3 days. Then playing tomorrow night, so it's just a few hours every day.
Yeah. Is that a grim prospect?
Not really. I thought it might be, but actually the last few interviews I've done have been fine. I think I'm learning how to not get mad about like things. Just sort of, you know, if God help me, if somebody, it's like, brings up Simon and Garfunkel or something, it doesn't make me mad anymore. I just
kind of. It's been done loads of times before.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Boy, yeah.
Maybe I don't really know him, so.
No, now I feel like I can just kind of chuckle about it instead of being like, fuck.
It's not long, 3 days. You get any more time off coming up?
Not for a couple months, really.
Where'd you chill out? In LA? I guess.
Where? Or what?
Whereabouts do you just call home and relax? Is it in Los Angeles?
I live in a park called Los Feliz. It's a few miles from Hollywood. There's a bar there called The Roost that I go to a lot. It's just like a towny bar. There's usually very few people there, and it's a minimum of, you know, hipster kids, and it's got a pretty good jukebox. It's mostly like, I don't know, Bob Seger, or they have a Beatles record. I persuaded the bartender to put a Velvet Underground record on.
Oh, I'd love to go to a pub with that on the jukebox. Jukebox is a shite over here.
It's kind of funny to hear, you know, run in a bar full of kind of older guys who just got off work from the grocery store.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. It's mainly compilations, which is horrid. I love to hear album tracks in bars. But you don't hear that so much. Really.
There's a lot of bars with jukeboxes in America, not very many here. It's more club culture here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Biggest hits of dance, things like that. Do you have any pets?
No, I don't. I'd have to bring them with me everywhere.
I'm sorry. I wish we hadn't had to meet like this, but...
Ah, it's fine. It's, you know... You haven't asked me about the Oscars, which is nice. And
I touched on the film, come on. It's close.
But that's okay.
You must have gotten a bit worried then.
No, when that comes up now, I just usually say that's been fully covered.
Yeah.
You know? Not to be rude, but... Yeah. No, this has been fine.
Okay, mate, cool.
Yeah.
Is that your mate?
Yeah, Jez. Yeah.
I'll let you go to him.
What?
I'll let you go to him. Have some quality time. Go on. Get out.
Alright.